Well, this day didn't really work out the way I'd planned, and I'm not sure that I actually did have a plan other than I knew I was taking off today to do nothing but shoot. It was kind of like a day where I was just gonna go shoot in the local area and come and go as I wanted from my house. So it was gonna be nice and easy. And I was thinking I was gonna get a lot of stuff, and at the end of the day here, I haven't shot one picture. They actually started off pretty good.
I got up before dawn, just in case we had a good sunrise. My plan was to head to this little nature park. Lately it's been overcast in the morning, and it was this morning, but we actually had a bit of fog. But it didn't take long for the fog to burn off a little bit, and all of a sudden you couldn't see anything but a cloudy mist in the camera. There were a few birds and some early morning activity, so I was still hopeful. Unfortunately, the light just stayed soupy. No new birds showed up, and after about 45 minutes, I thought it was time to move on. The ocean is always interesting when it's foggy, and I'd hoped it had stayed longer at the shoreline. But again, the light just stayed the same and the city started to wake up with nothing interesting to look at. This is where I sabotaged myself. Instead of going with the flow and seeing what I could create with the conditions presented, I started getting irritated and decided to go home and have some breakfast and wait until the sun came out. Usually that happens about 2 o'clock. Of course, today it didn't happen until 4, and now I was really desperate to find something to shoot. Earlier in the week, I had driven down a street I normally don't drive on and saw all sorts of ideas. Driving down the same road today, I saw nothing. Unlike a few days earlier, I had a predetermined idea of what I wanted to shoot, and when it wasn't there, I wasn't open to shooting anything else. After driving around for a while, I got lazy and decided to head back to the ocean. There's always something to shoot down there, but it is lazy. I shoot at the ocean often, and honestly, I should have been more self-aware. Instead of looking for something new and stretching my creatively, I went to places I've been before. There's nothing wrong with the video I took, but the reality is, it isn't anything I haven't shot before. It's what we do in commercial work. Draw on previous experiences to produce something that looks interesting. It might be good to the client, but the reality is, it's all drawing on your bag of tricks from earlier shoots. At the end of the day, I really see I missed an opportunity to do something new. Even if the photos didn't work out, at least I could have tried and grown a little bit. But instead, I just let the day slip by.
Well, there it is. So I think the takeaway for today is you can't change the weather, so you just have to go for it. I think what I did was once the weather didn't cooperate first thing in the morning, then I got a little frustrated. And then when the sun wasn't coming out early, I got a little more frustrated. And at the end, I really just didn't see anything because I was expecting something else. And the weather is the weather. And instead of going with it, I set my own expectations and I limited my creativity. And yeah, it just didn't really work out too well. But next time another day, and you always learn, doesn't matter how old you get. And this was just a learning day, I guess. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week.